So, I'm driving in my truck right now, where I got it parked, uh, picking up ice cream out of Hazelton, PA here, going to Cheshire, Connecticut. The rate is $10.50 a mile. Yep, $10.50 a mile on 200 miles. There you go. So, it's practically a day run. I could easily go do that and hop back if I wanted to without a load back and still make out. So, rates are very favorable. Without even trying. Just keep an eye out for them. Actually have a legitimate conversation with the broker. Don't only talking to somebody for 45 seconds with maybe 5 or 6 words uttered out of your mouth isn't going to get you the rate you want. Usually when I call up and I try to push the rate up a little bit, I don't just give them a rate, and if they say no, hang up on them. I'd be like, well, I got a good truck. It's a little odd because I'm usually telling them, I tell them it's not a new truck. I tell them it's pre-emissions, and you don't have to worry about me breaking down. That's the funny part. But I tell them I'll accept their tracking apps and everything like that. I'll give them calls or texts. If they wanted to give me their number, I'll text them. When I'm leaving the pickup facility, when I'm en route. And usually I'll give them a screenshot of my on the Google and what's my ETA or whatnot. I don't care. What the hell do I care that somebody knows where I'm at? When I'm done, I just delete the app or turn it off. Whatever. It's not like I'm running cocaine on the side or something. If anybody really wants to know where you're at, it wouldn't take much, for them to track your phone. Look at all the COVID crap that they had go out, and I'm sure that was spying on people. So hey, if I let's just say me personally, if I was a broker or a customer and I had, I don't know, $100,000 worth of product on your truck, I kind of would not want to know where it is too. For God's sakes, if I had let's say a Ferrari shipped, by some little, I don't know, no name outfit or by even big one. If I just had it shipped, I'd probably stick an Apple AirTag somewhere just to make sure if it decides to disappear, I know exactly where it's at. So don't expect any less from them. Don't, unless the broker's giving you an attitude and a hard time and stuff, just hang up the phone. Because you don't know, you might. Let's just say that broker, is very arrogant and everything, and you curse him out and stuff. Well, just because that broker at that brokerage, was a douche, doesn't mean the rest of them are. I've dealt with that a lot through taking Landstar loads and stuff. I've actually built some really good relationships with some Landstar brokers, especially when I was doing flatbed. Be professional. The typical, what I want to say, the typical thought everyone has of truck drivers when it comes to mine. They think either the flip-flop wearing, no shower, beat up, I don't know, Columbias or Volvo. They just get that image in their head, and I can see why. You just look at the truck stop a few times and you're like, what the hell is going on? And I don't know why it's that way, especially if you're making $10.50 a mile. Why are you living like that? So I don't know. But I got off topic there a little bit. So like I said, rates. Some of them are down from what they were last year, but they're still really good. If you came into this last year and ran it and everything, and now this year notice rates dropped a little bit, and you're like, oh, rates are horrible, this is crap and everything, and man, you have not lived you've not lived, what, 2008, I guess it is, in trucking, or even after 2018. Like everyone was saying, even in 2018, that these rates aren't going to stay. Take the money, invest, save. Don't be dumb. And there were still guys going out and jumping on near the end and stuff with thinking it was a gold rush. It really was. And this is what this is going to be too, I'm pretty sure. But I think it's going to last a lot longer. I have a feeling this is going to actually play out in the 2023, to be realistically. I just don't see no way it's catching up. In fact, I'm not going to say it's getting worse, but I'm going to say that I don't see anything, that's that would help us catch up. Any kind of policies or anything. There's still people not working. There's still warehouses begging people to work for $25, $30 an hour, and they still don't have the help. You go to the warehouse, and there's still stuff not coming in from the ports. I still go to a lot of U.S. foods and stuff, and they're like, you have to pick and choose what customers we're going to deliver to today, because they just don't simply have the product, and they deliver to their bigger customers first. So if you're a mom and pop place, you might not be making might not be making a certain type of pizza today. Who knows? Maybe all day you might be making tomato pizza because you don't have no cheese or something. I don't know, but yeah, be smart when looking for rates. Don't always go and check out the highest rate and be like, oh, I can go, I don't know, 2,000 miles for $5,500. That's not always the smartest way to do it. Me personally, I always look at the shortest runs first, and whatever pays the most, I check it out, and if it's logical, I'll take it. There's easily some weeks that I've done, I'm not doing the 12 or 14, K that some of these guys are posting, but I'll do 10, I'll do 11. Let's see, there was a week I did $9,500 on 2,000 miles. It was like 2,200 miles, I think. You counted probably the deadhead and everything. That's really good. I stayed pretty much in the Northeast the whole time. Maybe got down to maybe like Richmond, Virginia area. I think I might have went out to Kentucky that time too. Maybe I went like Maryland to Kentucky. I don't remember. But I passed by the house. I was home I think 2 nights that week or 3 nights. I took the weekend off. It was really nice. I made decent money. Well, compared to 2021 and 2022, I made decent money. Compared to any other time, I made freaking awesome, colossal money. So that's how you got to think. Also, another thing. I know this is just a little updating video. If you're trying to come into this right now with no money, don't do it. Don't do it. I know you see these dollar signs and everything, and what's going to happen is if this does change, in a year and a half or a year, and you went out and bought one of these overpriced turds, like I'm seeing stuff with 1 million miles on it, Cascadians and stuff. People are asking $75,000, $80,000 for them, and there's people actually commenting on these things and asking, like trying to buy them. You're going to need a rebuild. You're going to need a one box, something. It's going to happen. It's almost guaranteed, unless you get like the luck of the Irish or something. I don't know. Don't jump into this without any thought. I know the money's really good right now, but it would really feel crappy, I would think, to do something like that, and then either have the truck take a crap and go down the tube, before you even started running, making good money. Just because you ran 1 week and made 10 grand, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to cover everything that happened to that truck. There's some labor rates out here now with dealerships are like $200 an hour. From what I've heard. Maybe go check out like DIY semi and stuff. You know, that's crazy. I know personally when I had a pack car that was like every other month I had wiring or some kind of software issues in it. It's like seemed like every time I turned around they were throwing the same parts in or pretty close to it or just jumping back and forth. And with that, I had to go to the dealership for it because nobody has. They use something called Davy System or Davy 4 or something like that. Nobody else has that. You also got to check on the truck you're buying. You got to make sure that you can go to independent shops with this stuff, like Cummins, let's see, Detroit DD15s and stuff. You can go to independent shops. Some of this other stuff, like the pack cars, you got your international 826s. That's all dealer only. You're pretty much at the whim of the dealer. There is going to be nobody else that can plug into it and get all the manufacturer codes. Sure, you might be able to get some, with I don't know, OTR and some other scan tools. But at least for me, there were codes that I had a guy that they couldn't read them. He had a laptop and everything. He just couldn't read them or they just wouldn't come through. Had to go to the dealership, and there were parameters, lots of parameters that they couldn't change. So just keep this in mind. I was hoping to only go 10 minutes on this, but it went 12. Think business minded. Don't just jump into this. This isn't go grab your lawnmower, start knocking on doors and mowing lawns and putting cash in your pocket. There's a little more to this than that. Comment, subscribe, ask some questions. I don't know. I'm just trying to give some information for people, and I don't know exactly what they may be looking for. I would rather do dedicated videos, like, if you want to ask a question about lease purchase or about rates or at least what kind, my opinions on what I think you should do. For maybe, that's still up to you, but for maybe limiting your risk, what you might want to try to start out with, definitely don't jump into a Cascadia with 1 million miles on it for 80 grand. That's for sure. All right, well, like, comment, subscribe, and check me out in the next video.